4 Democrats and 1 Republican are running for 2 seats on the Story County Board of Supervisors. The candidates answered 7 questions the Tribune will publish weekly leading up to the primary election on June 8th. This is a second question, which asks, what role should supervisors play in county government?
A lot of what you do is through the budget. I mean, I'm a firm believer that budget is policy. If you follow the money, you can see where the priorities lie. And that you have to go out and make that a statement. You have to say, you know, sorry everybody, but we have to cut. I mean, like the state did, 10% across the board, something like that. I'm not suggesting that that's what I'm proposing, but you have to make things like that clear to people. Part of it is bringing everybody together. County government is a really interesting animal. It's not like city government. We have several different elected officials. They all have their own code-mandated duties. The board has some authority over them, but they also have their own authority. It's like making sure that, you know, we're providing the services that we're mandated to provide, whether it's secondary roads, mental health, public safety. I mean, that's a lot of what we do is told to us by, you know, state law, and we have a lot of our own authority under home rule. So just mostly trying to do that as efficiently and as effectively as possible is what I feel is the board's duty, to always be examining that.
The Board of Supervisors is not only the legislative branch of county government. Right now it's also the executive branch, and that's a really fine line to walk, and it's a place that I think we struggle with from time to time. The most important role, far and away, of the Story County Supervisors is setting and then appropriating the budget of the county. That applies for all departments and elected officials in Story County government. Now, once the money is appropriated, it becomes the other elected official, if you want to talk treasurer or sheriff, it becomes their responsibility to use their appropriated funds in the way they see fit. But it's absolutely the supervisor's role and responsibility to ensure proper budgeting practices and that those funds are used as wisely and prudently as possible.
Well, I think the board needs to not manage the day-to-day operations of the county necessarily, but to be more of a policy and advisory role. The key things the county board needs to do is create and set the budget, and then to create county policies and make sure that those policies are being adapted countywide. So my view of a supervisor is somebody who's out more in the county, talking to citizens, talking to different organizations and groups, and trying to bring people together and try to push our mission for the county forward. The day-to-day operations of the county, I think, should be handled by staff, and we have really terrific staff. We have great staff, great department heads, but we need a different type of Board of Supervisors organization to carry out some of these functions.
The Board of Supervisors is the legislative body for the county government. They administer the budget. They take part in hiring personnel for the county for employment. They enact ordinances for the county, and I think as a member of that board, it's important to try to work with the other board members and the other elected officials, as well as the other department heads in the county, to try to see that county government runs as smoothly and as efficiently as possible.
There's so many things that are mandated by the state and the legislature as to how you spend money, what you spend it on, who gets what cut. Other than the budget, there's not a lot of big decisions to make. Countywide, you're the ears of everyone. I guess the best thing is the buck stops here. You get the input from everybody in the county, whether they're employees of Park and Rec or Treasury departments, whoever, or the retired people in town. And you weigh all those decisions, and the decisions you have to make, that's what you use. I'm not a big fan of consultants. If you're going to pay somebody the kind of money you pay a supervisor, and then 3 of them, you better do your studying, better have your homework, and make a decision. There's no point in hiring somebody for $5,000, $10,000 to be a consultant to tell you what to do. You got to know how to do it.